All right, guys, so today is like a last second video, but I'm really excited to do it. So today is the day we're gonna dyno tune the Black Z for like the 20th time. So if you guys don't know this car was running like a year and a half ago. It's SR20 swapped Z32. It's a GT28 on it, Greddy intake, Tomy pond cams, all that good stuff. And unfortunately, we couldn't make the power it should have out of it. We kept being down about like 30% on power. None of us could figure out why. We were going nuts. I tuned it probably 8 different times. I had multiple tuners look at the tune. I changed almost every part on the damn engine besides the long block itself. It's been on 3 different ECUs and still nothing can figure it out. I made a complete custom wire harness for it and I'll put it on the link bond soon. And I'm not expecting it to fix it, but my hopes are up, and I've been driving around a lot the last couple weeks and it does feel quite a bit peppier than I remember. Does that mean anything? I don't know, but today we're gonna find out, and well, we won't know until we try. So right now we're gonna run down to the dyno, hook it up, take the hour we have and get this thing tuned up and see if we'll finally make some horse puppies. What do you think?
Dude, this is exciting. Like, I'm really interested.
I'm
right.
See, I don't know if it would make like it. If it fixes it, I'll be happy, but I'll also be like a little like, what the hell?
If it does fix it, like, what fixed it?
That's the mystery, but you know what? I really hope it does magically fix it, and we're about to find out. So let's get this thing to the dyno.
All right. I wish you luck.
Thanks.
Have fun.
Now we're kind of in a rush today, but this car shouldn't take very long at all. I already street tuned it a little bit, so the tune is already pretty clean, which is a huge help. So today's goal is to make over 300 horsepower without having to go over 18 PSI. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. You think we'll finally make some power?
Never. We're gonna try for the 12th time.
Okay.
It'll make 122 horsepower, which is like the rival of like a modern day tractor that you can buy at Sears with a Kohler V-twin.
All right.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
One day I'll show up with a turbo V8 and Derek will actually like me, but for now, turbo 4-cylinder. So, like I said before, it's been on here multiple times and never really picked up power after changing almost literally everything on the car that isn't the long block. So, high hopes. First, we're gonna do a pull, stock PSI, which is like 7 or 8. See what it does, clean up the fuel. We'll turn the boost up, and hopefully by 15, 16 PSI, we'll get closer to the 300 mark, and I'll feel better about the car. So, I don't even know what's the most we ever made, Ken? Wasn't it like 290 and I put like 22 pounds of boost in it?
I don't even know if it was that high.
He had to erase it from his memory because of how terrible it was.
No, it's because we did it so many times, they all blend together.
Right.
Whatever.
Tragedy.
All right, well, let's see what happens. But it's like 100 degrees out and the humidity is up, so we'll keep that into account. All right, this was the last one, 283, but I'm pretty sure that was over 20 PSI, which is not good. All right, so first pull, as is, feel it out, stock boost, 7 PSI, who knows? We'll see what happens.
Isn't the point of the tripod that you don't have to hold it?
Well, okay. Boom. So, looks like we made 199 at about 8 PSI, which is pretty low. Let's see if we can get that up a little bit before we try turning the boost up, and we'll go from there. So I want to, probably I'd say like 215, 220 was what I want to see on 8 PSI, right?
That's what you're gonna need.
No.
It's a daily.
All right, well, not off to the best start, but not off to the worst start. I think we've made far less on first pulls with this thing.
We've definitely made less on first pulls before.
That doesn't even make any sense. All right, so it made like a PSI and a half less and a slightly less power, which makes sense. I was hoping to see a little bit better response, but we'll keep going. We'll stay somewhat optimistic. What are you thinking here, Chief?
Dud.
What?
Dud.
Why?
I don't know. The motor hates you. That's what it boils down to.
hates me.
Dude, it hates you. It hates you, it hates horsepower, and it hates torque.
But damn, does it look good. I'm gonna put a little more boost into it, see if it helps us get to a little efficiency point. That's kind of shooting for whatever. And we'll go from there, all right? All right. All right. So it made 11 PSI that time. Made 244 horsepower. All right, Kenny found the graph when we downloaded my hatch. So the blue is my hatch. That was about 18 PSI. I think we brought up to, we might have spiked a little bit higher to 20, but you could see how much more aggressively it all comes in. I mean, the curve is very similar. You can see it has very similar curve, but difference in 60 horsepower. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 18 PSI in it like my hatch, and we're gonna see how comparable it is
There
then.
we go.
Right?
Let's get to it already.
On one hand, we have apples. And now, on the other hand, we will have apples.
Yeah, totally.
What's your guess, Derek?
192. You gotta bring the boost in sooner.
Oh wow, that did a lot for it. So it made about 15-ish, 16-ish PSI, kind of bounced around a little bit. And we made 280 horsepower, which is actually a real number for that amount of boost. Comparing it, you could see that the hatch actually does come in a lot quicker, which is pretty crazy because it's, you know, the same turbo, if not the hatch turbo is way older, and the hatch also has a front mount intercooler. So, as Derek likes to say, the turbo's being a little lazy.
Lazy as shit.
Just like me.
That makes me actually happy for once. That's the best that we've seen from this car by far. So we got good results from that, which is huge. What I'm gonna try and do now is I'm gonna try to actually use the boost controller to try and see if we can get the turbo to ramp in a little harder. If we can get the turbo to ramp in a little bit harder, it'll actually help the top end quite a bit. So let's see if it works. So after that, we're not getting much change out of the whole map, and we have everything kind of laid out. So we have the highest peak of power, which is the hatch, right? This is the hatch running about 18 PSI, 17 to 18 PSI. Similar setup, only really big difference is stock intake, and it has a front mount intercooler, and it has a name brand Garrett turbo. Then we have my last run, which is gonna be the green, right here, which as you guys could see, definitely doesn't come in nearly as hard as the hatch does at all. And this only has like a mid-mount intercooler, it's got a Greddy intake, it should come in pretty quick.
Agreed.
And then the brown is where we left off last time I was here.
It's literally 45 degrees.
It
And
was- yeah,
it's
it was-
90 right now.
Big difference in external temp, so that would affect it also. So as you can see, it's basically the exact same curve, which is pretty crazy because this tune is from scratch. And so what that says is, I mean, it's starting to get limited by something, and we're starting to think it is a turbo. I mean, realistically, it's a GT2071R, but it's not a name brand turbo. It is an ISR turbo, which means a couple things, you know? It's crazy, and what's really awesome is the fact that it is at least 2 PSI less of boost. It's way hotter out, and it's making the same power as we did when we really put it on kill before. So I would say today has been a big victory.
Yep.
So not too bad, right?
This car is feisty, dude. I don't know what it is.
But it got us all going crazy.
Yup.
But so far, I'm gonna turn the boost up a little bit, see if we can hit that 300 mark, because we're still under 20 PSI. I'm happy with that, and then we'll go have some fun with it. Oh, come on. 294. Wouldn't just give me the 3, Ken. So it's 294 power. It's a clean curve. As you can tell, it does look super freaking lazy. It's smooth. Dude, it has such an NA curve to it. It just looks like it's restricted. That's like all I could really say. But that's 18 PSI. I made 300 horsepower. It's a little lazy, but the car finally makes, I'm gonna say it's 300, all right? And 18 PSI is reasonable. We don't have to shove 20-something pounds of boost through it. I mean, it is a stock engine at the end of the day. And it wasn't a complete, I would say today was a victory. because it's doing better than ever, and I'll take that. All right, sound good? All right.
Like extremely responsive.
We learned a lot today, dude. Honestly, I can only keep saying it, but it might not seem like a crazy big win, but we're going in the right direction. I think we know what to do now.
He complains that it's droney inside the car, but this thing sounds so sick. I think this is one of the coolest sounding SRs.
As an SR20 owner myself, I'm surprised that thing didn't blow.
You gonna take me for a ride in this
Yeah,
thing,
man, dude, it feels like the car's never felt this good. Like, as you guys can see, it has no low ends. Like, I plugged second, the car kind of died. But
You didn't let her eat enough in first, guys.
it was hitting limiter.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was, whatever. But it's crazy because, like, up top, the car actually feels pretty fast, which is awesome. Like, it feels quick. It's about to rain, we gotta go fast. But
Oh God, it's raining.
it feels like it has like a 35 trim turbo on it because it has 0 low ends and then hauls ass, and it's pouring. Ready?
Yeah.
It's never been this fast before. It's just the turbo just feels super lazy, which is crazy. So the real question is it something else or is it turbo? And I guess it's first place we got to start is the turbo, right?
It sounds so good.
But
I feel like before you could really feel the weight of the chassis.
exactly. It's the best way to put it. Now it doesn't feel heavy. It just down low, just kind of feels
Which
like
is
home.
not what you want out of like a 4-cylinder car. Like, you don't want to feel heavy, right?
It's so like whatever. At least this thing's still fun to drive.
Go.
I'll tell you what, it feels weird to slide this thing. Holy crap.
That was awesome.
I can't see anything.
What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow? Is it gonna be nice?
Man, I hope so.
I almost grabbed your arm.
I'll tell you what, this thing, this diff doesn't like to slide. Might have an open diff in it, dude. It probably does. I didn't even thought about that. It's a good victory, for sure.
Now my car's way the heck over there.
All right, so I know we already talked a crap ton in this video, but I just want to like put it out there clear so we all know what's going on, because I don't want to hear a bunch of nonsense in the comments. So this is what we found out today. Today was a good day because we made more power than usual. We saw better responses than ever. There was more consistency, and we got more data out of this than any other time before. What we found out is something is basically causing the turbo to be laggy. So we have found out that if the turbo was to ramp in at the rate that it should, it would make the peak power that it should because it kind of has that momentum towards it. The big issue is this thing is spooling up super late. It's spooling up around like 4,500 RPMs, which for a GT28 is just absurd. It should be spooling up almost 1,000, if not more RPM sooner, which is quite a bit. If this turbo was to ramp in where it should, it would have no problem reaching that peak power that we would expect. So either the turbo is hurt, which I don't know if I can accept that. Shaft play is amazing, it feels healthy, it looks healthy, it's not smoking, whatever, or something is resisting the flow, not allowing it to basically boost the way it does. There's no boost leak, there's nothing clogging the piping, the intake air temps are great. So the big question is, what the hell is causing this? And well, that's for me to investigate, and I guess I'm gonna dig into it even more. I know I've checked everything multiple times. It's been a long time. Maybe a fresh set of eyes from myself will be the key, and then we'll get this thing going soon. So before we go, we gotta check out one more thing. We have a merch update, and if I don't show on camera, Artie's gonna be pissed at me. So
I am gonna be mad at you. Plug your merch.
check it out. You wanna plug it for here? You plug
Check it out, everybody. New and not improved because it's just new. No Funnel Gang shirts.
Show 'em.
You guys know what's up.
We got all laid it out.
You guys know. And we got it in a new color for you. We know Jimmy wears all black, but we know that you guys don't just wear all black. You like other colors.
I love this tee. I love this.
I love it when you guys hashtag it and tag us in it, of you just pouring things that should not be poured all over other objects.
So there it is. I love. Oh my god, I love this. Okay.
These ones are
where's the
great.
XL. I'm gonna take.
Whoa, hold on. Don't touch those. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I put yours off to the side already, okay? Because I knew you were gonna mess up my inventory.
Thank you, man. So there you guys go. We also have a little bit of Nissan tees left. This is the last time we're gonna run those. So if you want one, we got some two. We got basically at least one of every size. So cop on there. And then the Brake Hearts Not Ringland tees are in and stocked up. So of course.
You might. I have like another 40 orders in there. So if you want them, you might want to get on that because also that top shelf was full of them too. So they've been gone.
Okay, and one more. We got the stickers. I don't know if they all know about the stickers yet.
Oh, they don't. Well, most of them don't.
Oh, and the socks. Oh my god, we got so much going on. If you guys haven't seen the website
see what
in a while.
happens when you don't come in here and see what I'm doing all day.
I love it.
We got all new socks in for
Okay,
you guys.
show 'em,
we
show
got
'em.
we got some stickers in here. The,
Ooh, the
O,
Chibi Jimmy?
original O logo. The smallest version of Jimmy you're ever gonna see, other than baby pictures. My
Love
favorite, the pineapple hats are in.
Dad
Dad
hats.
hats. They're great. I know.
Everything's great.
You know, it's great.
But
It's in
we're all
here.
stocked up. You guys want?
Wristbands.
Ooh, oh my god.
Don't forget about the wristbands.
Or the reservoir covers, as I like to use them for.
And for our big boy friends, we do have a couple 4XLs left.
We have 4X in the pineapple and the Brake Hearts design. So there's my merch plug. Check it out. Link in the description. Shop@gmail.com. And what else? It's just cool.
Stay tuned. Sign up for the email newsletter. We got tons of new products coming in the next couple months.
All right. Manager RJ on the scene. Thank you, buddy. But of course, if you guys want a cup of tea, support the channel, rep us or anything in description. But I'm gonna end the video here. It's been a long day. Tomorrow's 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to all you guys. If you guys aren't from the United States, well, happy Saturday or whatever date, whatever. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys in 2 days.